Hi there. So the purpose of this video is to give a short retrospective after having owned a Fiberbuilt Flight Deck for the past 2.5 years, in case people want to hear about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and start off with one design element of this that might be a deal breaker for some people, and that is that as you can see, it's kind of tall and it puts the ball roughly 1.75 inches off the ground. So if you're going to use this and you want to be hitting off of a level surface, you're going to have to do something about that. Fiberbuilt sells something that they call a training station. That's essentially a big rubber mat that puts up here and then holds the hitting mat in place. As for me, off in the background there, I basically took some scrap lumber and I just built a short platform that I can stand on, and then stapled some carpet to the top of it to give a little bit of grip for my feet. Not the most glamorous solution, but I'm not trying to impress anybody with it. Nobody else sees it except me, but that was kind of my solution. And here we go on, my little platform gets me just about level with the golf ball, or my feet just about level with the golf ball if I want to be playing shots off of level ground. So anyway, there we go. That's my little redneck platform there. So some of the main selling points, I'm going to go ahead and compare this to a more conventional style of hitting mat right here. And one of the things that drove me to seek this out is that when you hit a golf club off of a thin mat like this, you're directly impacting the main construction of the mat, and so it's kind of hard on it, and you're basically chopping on it like an axe. And so I found that after I bought my net, I got a hitting mat that was about as thin as this one is. It didn't take really long before good golf shots would basically hack this up, tore up the top layer, and then separated. There's adhesive in there connecting this to the rubber. The adhesive really wasn't able to handle a lot of hits on it. So that's kind of where I was coming from. So the Flight Deck is a different principle. Basically, you have all these artificial grass blades. They're not really, artificial grass blades is just kind of what they look like. They're a lot stiffer. When the ball rests on it, it rests on top of it. Regular grass, it would kind of go down inside of it a little bit, but this rests on top of it. And the advantage that I like about that is that when a golf club comes in to strike it, the golf club can, it's not hitting the main construction. It's not hitting anything close to the rubber, and so it can actually sink down below this. And these artificial grass blades are pretty robust, and you're not directly impacting any of the adhesive or anything that's going to tear. And so that's a really good thing. That has two benefits. One of which is this has lasted me 2.5 years. I figure in that 2.5 years, I've taken somewhere between 20 and 30,000 shots off of this mat, and you can see that it's still in pretty good condition. I don't know if the camera picks it up a little bit, but there's a little bit of wear right here in the middle where most of the hitting takes place. So after 2.5 years, 20 or 30,000 shots, it looks like it's got at least that much more to go. They guarantee it for 300,000. I don't know, can it last that long? I don't know. But so that's one thing, is the longevity of this Flight Deck is pretty good. You can see after 2.5 years, it looks pretty good. Another nice thing about the way that the impact is managed, not only does it make it easy on the construction of the board, it makes it easier on the wrists and elbows and shoulders. And we've heard of people getting repetitive stress type injuries on their joints and their arms and stuff, and this makes the softer impact not only benefits this, but it benefits physiology as well. So that's one pretty big advantage in my book as well. Is I like my wrists. So another big advantage, to me at least, to the design of this Flight Deck is best illustrated, I guess, by contrasting it with a regular mat. This is what I use for my short game practice. around the yard, but it'll be good for illustrating what I'm talking about here. So with a thin mat such as this, if you hit behind the ball, if your strike is a little bit fat, there's some forgiveness in this mat because the club can't really get underneath the ball to strike high on the face. The club will kind of slide along the mat, and you'll generally always get a strike pretty low on the face. So in contrast, on the flight deck, the club head can get beneath the surface the ball is resting on. So I can hit it, if I hit it fat, it will end up striking on the top of the face, perhaps higher up on the face. You're going to know when you hit this, if you hit it high in the face, you can feel it and you can see it. So that's a pretty big advantage. Now, just for grins, I'm going to go ahead and take some foot powder. I've got a 6-iron here, and I'm just going to go ahead and spray it up here and see if I can't hit a fat shot intentionally, just to kind of illustrate that point. So let's see what happens. Okay, that one was a pretty decent strike. Let's see if I can mess one up, get a little high on the face, really botch it up. Yeah, okay. Oh, there we go. It's nice to know I can hit it fat on command. So here's the 2 strikes I took. That first shot was actually not so bad, a little bit toward the heel, but actually that's pretty good contact for me. The second shot, though, you can see a lot higher on the face. The mat really didn't give me any help at all. So anyway, just wanted to quick demonstrate that you definitely can do a high strike on this, and you definitely can get the feedback for it. You can feel it, and certainly if you're using foot powder, you can see it. So also, while I'm here, one other aspect of this, of the flight deck, is that those artificial blades of grass are all made of plastic, and the plastic does transfer onto the sole of the club sometimes. So on my 8-iron here, you can see this green stuff here. I kind of peeled it off a little bit earlier right here, but you can see it definitely, it's transferred off onto here, and it comes off pretty easy. I mean, you can see that just kind of peels off there. Or if you're like me, when I'm going to go out and play around at the golf course, I'll before I go, a lot of times I'll scrub the face of the club and with a nylon brush, and this basically 5 or 10 seconds under running water with a nylon brush, and this is gone. So it's pretty easy to take care of. And there you have it. After 2.5 years, roughly 30,000 shots, it's still in pretty good shape. And I know that there are other good hitting mats out there that have some of the same advantages or different ways of dealing with some of the issues that I've covered about this mat. So I'm definitely not saying that the Flight Deck is the be-all, end-all, but it's working well for me. And if you're looking for a mat that will last a long time and give good performance, maybe this belongs on your short list. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope this has been useful. Goodbye.